Stop building someone else's empire and start building your own. If you're around my age, the age between 40, 50s, and 60s, you're probably like me where you've been working since you were in high school. I remember working at the age of 14, 15. So, if you're around my age, Gen X, millennials, we've been working for probably over 40 years, working to make someone else's rich. We're no longer doing things that we love. I mean, when I first started in as a worker, I was excited. Like I used to work. I work in corporate for 25 years, and when I first got my first job, I remember I was excited. I couldn't wait to get into work and get the day started. I don't know if you all remember all those old time shows like those Law and Orders and types of office and working in an office and to see everyone wearing suits and jackets. And I thought that was the life. Like, hey, this is great. You get to, wear suits. I had passion. I would wake up early in the morning and head out to work and couldn't wait to get the day started. But over the years, as the years passed, I realized that passion started to dwindle. That drive started to go down. Like I was just going through the motions. I didn't have that drive anymore. Before, I used to get into work about 30 minutes early just to make sure I get my day started. I got to the point of, I used to get to work just on time and I was just on autopilot and, couldn't wait for the weekend. That was my drive. I was like, okay, it's Friday. Let's just work for the weekend. You're probably feeling the same way. Like you're now just on autopilot. If you're in your midlife, and you're at that point of right now, we feel like we're just working to make someone else's rich. So for instance, before I left my career as a risk analyst, I used to work for a lot of smaller companies, a lot of small companies where the CEO knew our names and knew us, say like, hey, Cyril, hey, hey, so-and-so. They used to know our name. But when another big corporations, and now you're noticing it a lot more where bigger corporations are coming in, gobbling up the smaller companies and taking over. And now you're in this corporate world where now you're just a number instead of a name. The CEO doesn't know your name. They could care less. These corporations now, they're all about making profit. And now that you're a number, you should be out there just make sure you hit your KPIs, your stats, whatever you have to hit, you make sure you hit or you don't get a bonus. Like we got to the point of now your bonus is getting threatened if you don't perform. So it's not about your life, it's about making money for someone else. You're building someone else's empire. You're not thinking about you. Another thing is work-life balance. When I remember working in corporate, that we had to work every other weekend. We had to take a weekend. It was no negotiation. So I don't know if you realize that working for corporate and now you have to work I used to work on the weekends. I missed a lot of like family functions. If you realize family functions happen on the weekend, they don't happen during the weekday when you're off. It doesn't happen like if you're off on a Tuesday, Wednesday, your birthdays and holidays don't happen on those, weddings, barbecues. So I missed a lot, because I had to build someone else's empire. There was blackout days. So you're probably feeling the same way where you can't do the things that you truly want to do. Like for instance, spend time with your family. If you're in my age, your kids are probably a little bit older. They're probably, my kids are adult children now, but I don't know if your kids are still teens or whatever. You've missed all those years because you had to work every weekend. I used to work maybe 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs. I was doing ride sharing and I was doing my corporate job. So 56 hours out of your day is spent, just trying to bring an income and build someone else's empire, and you're not building your own. You got to start thinking about, we're at this age, when I hit 50, and you're probably, if you're watching this, if you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you're probably wondering, how am I going to get out of this situation? I got 15 years. Can I work in this job that I'm no longer passionate about? So you got to really start thinking of, what am I going to do next? Am I going to do another 15 years of this? Or am I going to start thinking about building something for me, being happy at the end of the day, where you can spend time with your family, you can spend time with your loved ones, with your spouse? It's something that you got to really start to think about. It's something that you really have to wonder if it's worth going day in and day out of making someone else's rich. Or, you're building, you're fulfilling that person's dream. Their dream was to start a business, make it big, grow it really big, and then they're able to take vacations whenever. My question to you is, what is your dreams? What are your dreams for your future? Like, my dreams is to travel, play golf, and spend time with my wife. What are your dreams? What do you see yourself doing in your retirement years? Is it, I see a lot of people past their 50s still working hard, and they're not enjoying life. So that's you just got to start thinking, what do you want to do? If you want to learn about how to start your own business online, I do have a PDF of how to get started, a free PDF of how to get started, how to build your empire. Type empire in the comments, and I'll send you some more information on how to get started with your own business and start building your own empire. It's time for us. It's time for Gen X it's time for us to start living life, traveling whenever we want to travel, doing whatever we want to do. It's time for it. Today's our day. Gen X, I gotta say, we are probably one of the strongest generation, because we came from that latchkey generation. You remember, you had that key around your neck you go home and you unlock the door. We used to walk home by ourselves. We were durable. We were scared. We used to drink water out of the hose. And now, our kids are now, we come up bubble wrap them. It's time for us to take action. So I just wanted to kind of jump on and just, it's time to take control of our lives. You need to take control of your life. If you're a Gen X or a millennial, we got to start taking back. Anyway, so if you found any information, if you agree with me, please comment. Tell me what you remember being as a kid. What did you do? What was your dream? Comment below. And follow my page, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that every time I post something, that you get a notification. And I hope to talk to you soon. Okay? Bye for now.